Okay, so right, on your first day of enlistment, right, there will be such a thing called routine orders. So your routine order is basically a list of things that you have to do. It's like a list of schedule for your next day. Basically, your routine order will also include a lights out time. Like, please do not go and use your phone, just go and sleep, okay? Because if you use your phone, you will get confiscated, and you don't have to take the risk of getting your phone confiscated. If your lights out is 10 o'clock, your reveille will be probably 5 o'clock. Okay? So 7 hours of uninterrupted rest for you. Realize that it's 7 hours of uninterrupted rest, not 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. So basically, it's impossible for you to sleep for 7 hours, okay? Most probably you sleep for 6 hours and you get ready in that 1 hour, which is what I usually do lah. I wake up 1 hour before reveille time and I start preparing so that I can use my phone in the morning. I think one of the problem right about reveille is that how do you wake up at 5 AM in the morning, okay? But don't worry, because I feel like the activities will be so tiring to the point where at 10 PM you'll just knock out and you'll sleep. And you'll wake up, body clock will wake up to the point where you don't even need an alarm clock to wake you up. You'll just wake up automatically at 4 or 5 AM, you know, and prepare yourself for the day. Cookhouse. Okay, let's start with cookhouse first. So in cookhouse, right, a lot of people say Tekong food sucks, horrible, bad. But me, for some reason, Tekong food is actually pretty good. Like, I actually kind of like cookhouse food. I don't know why for some reason I'm getting so excited about talking about cookhouse food. Number one, there's a lot of variety in terms of food lah. They have to cater for us breakfast, lunch and dinner. Delicious, I like it, a lot of variety. The food actually tastes pretty good. Sometimes it's a bit bland, but most of the time it actually tastes decently good. Taste wise, I give you a tick. Quantity wise, I give you a tick. A lot. It's really quite a lot for you to eat. And I think for me, the timing of the duration for eating the food is still manageable, because you'll be so hungry, you'll just eat everything. Okay? And one more thing, the drinks is super diluted. Don't complain lah. The more you drink, the more it will taste nicer and nicer lah. So you'll get used to it. Some days, Wednesday usually is Western, and then you also have ice cream on Tuesday if I'm correct. Yeah. And when new recruits come, you also get to eat ice cream. Yep. Your first day of enlistment, you also get to eat ice cream. So it's not that bad lah. Okay. So you have outration. Outration is where basically tapao food from cookhouse. I don't like outration. Number one, it's lesser than what the auntie gives in cookhouse. Number two, basically anything that goes into the container on tapao is just lesser, uglier, and doesn't taste as good. I hate outration. Okay, next we have training. So basically there is a lot of training. You have
AGR, you have interval, you have strength and power, you have BCCT, you have swimming, you have SOC, you have metabolic circuit.
Oof. So a normal day would have about 2 trainings per day, and every single day will be a different set of training. So every time, right, okay, before you go for your classes, you will take along with you your essential pack. So your essential pack will have RAC card, thermometer. Okay, so basically this RAC card has your name, your date, your activity, which you have to keep changing every single time, and then you have your daily hydration regime, which is basically drinking lots and lots of water. So I just really bring this kind of like eraser, whiteboard marker with this like little like eraser on top, so that so you'll be using permanent marker to write down everything here, and then you can use a whiteboard marker to erase. First of all, let's start with AGR. So this will be the first training of the day, AGR. AGR is running non-stop for a certain period of time. So in your entire 9 weeks, right, there will be AGR 1 to AGR 6, and every time the AGR increases, right, the intensity of the training increases. It's not only for AGR, it's for all the other activities. Then we have intervals. Intervals is basically running sprint and then jog, sprint and jog. So usually for Raven company, our company, we have 6 sets. So each set you have 60 seconds of jogging, 30 seconds of sprinting, and then you repeat for 6 times. But interval really helps you to train your mentality and really trains your stamina. So when you're doing these trainings, try your best, put in as much effort, and just give your best lah, because at the end of the day, most people want to improve their IBT score. So these trainings definitely help. Okay, so next is strength and power. So strength and power is basically doing a bunch of push-up, pull-ups, push up and hold there. Next we have BCCT, where you go and fight. Yeah, you just learn jab, cross, jab, uppercut, upper jab. Okay. You learn. Okay. Is it fun? I guess. And then you have swimming. You know how to swim. When your classmates are going for swimming classes, you can have admin time, so you can rest. Okay, so swimming is a good skill. So go and learn to swim if you haven't learned to yet. If you haven't, then you just learn swimming in the NSO. Yeah. Then after that, we have standard obstacle course, the one that you see in A Boys to Men. There's 12 different obstacle course. Okay, so yeah, low wall. Okay. Low wall is hard. Okay. My advice is low wall, jump, make sure you have enough. If you exercise enough, work out enough, have enough power to push yourself upwards on the low wall. There's stepping stones, there's rubble, there is tunnel, which I absolutely hate because my knees kind of hurt. But yeah, there's dodging panel. There's low rope. Okay, low rope is the one that most people struggle because it looks tiring. It looks like, wow, how to reach the things, but once you have your footing ready, right, it's easy. You have your footing ready, you can easily climb up already. You don't even need any arm strength or what. Just maybe the first one you need a bit of arm strength, but if your footing is good, it's about your footing technique on how you use the rope to push yourself upwards. Okay? You have ditch, basically running and jumping. You have corridor, which is like squatting. Okay, I hate the next one, balancing bridge. I don't know, I just cannot do balancing bridge. It's like, when I'm going out, right, I just damn scared my boots like never properly secure. And when the more you reach to the top of the balancing bridge, right, like the moment I want to take my next step, right, of my boots, right, I really feel like I'm falling off, and like my entire body weight is just depending on this, the corner of my boots grip against the platform. I remember the first few times I went out, I saw my friends going out the first few times. I was like, wow, they like not bad, like quite easy. But I go myself, right, my whole body just lunge on the thing and I grab with all four of my limbs on the balancing bridge. Okay? But slowly, the more you go for SOC, you realize that balancing bridge is working. Just keep practicing, okay? In each SOC, you can do it as many times as you want. You do your balancing bridge already, you have your window, and then you have scary one, apex ladder. So this one, right, is it as scary as the one in A Boys to Men? A bit, okay? It's actually quite tall. It's about 2 stories, and there's legit nothing in between the gaps. Like if you step inside, bro, you're falling straight down to level 1. Okay, so be careful. I would say it's like walking up a staircase. Okay, when you go up, it's easy, but the hard part is when you're at the top. Okay, at the top, you have to use one foot to move the other foot to the other declining stairs. So you have to be able to take the leap of faith and balance yourself. Okay, ladder, apex ladder is going to be hard, but if you practice, it will be okay. So that's basically the SOC course review. The more the SOC number increases, like SOC 1, you'll be just learning the first few obstacle course. SOC 2, you learn probably everything already. SOC 3, you'll probably run together with your LBS. Yeah. Then SOC 4, you run together with LBS and your rifle. And then SOC 5, basically, I think it's a timer. But for us, we didn't do any of that, okay? Wow, a lot of things really. And I haven't even reached the high key yet. Oh my god. Field camp, SOC, BTP, CQP, IPPT, hand grenade, live stream hole. Okay, there's a lot of things that's going to be squeezed into this 9 weeks. Okay, I think right now I've briefed you through about most of the things that the normal day training, other than the high keys, for your BMT. So hopefully this gives you some insight about how BMT is like, and yeah, see you guys for part 2.